so we don't know how good he is. Let's talk about this. You've been on some great defenses, Ninko. What do you think of the trash talk leading into the big game?
I kind of love it. I don't mind a little trash talk. It's okay, but you just got to go back it up. It's pretty simple. If you're going to talk like that, you have to go and dominate. And, you know, that's the one thing about kind of being confident and chippy now early. It's still early. You know, we haven't gotten deep into the season yet where you've played a bunch of different teams with different scheme and different skill sets. You know, they've played some teams that there's some question marks. And, you know, now they're going to play the Eagles, who we know are a good team. They're a great roster. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little pre-fight, you know, banter back and forth. But when the fight starts and the game, that ball kicks off, the game starts, it's all about performance. So we're going to see who's the better team in the division. And it's fun to listen to. And I guarantee there's bulletin board material on both sides. So when you have that, it's just extra motivation.
So, Acho, it's obviously a great matchup, and Hurts has been terrific. But does he need this one to prove it? Does Jalen Hurts need a big game Sunday night against this defense to prove that what we are seeing in him is for real?
I don't think he does. I think he's proven it so far this season, not only by winning, and not only by rushing, right, but also by the way he's passed the ball as well. You saw early in the season, teams try to pressure him, all of a sudden he's dropping dimes. Teams lay back, he runs the ball. He's finding ways to win. I don't think a win here proves that you're finally this legitimate starter for the. He's proven that, right? The Cowboys defense is a good team, right? Of course, you want to win every game, but that's a good defense. Lawrence has every reason to be talking that talk because they have consistently backed it up, not only last year, this year, and I think they will continue to back it up. But I don't think a win proves anything. I think Jalen Hurts has already proven what he needs to prove. Now, I get it. There's going to come a time when it comes to the playoffs. Can you win in the playoffs? Can you win down the line? But one loss, being 5-1, or you lost against Cooper Rush, that doesn't do anything for me. It's what you've done on the field that does it for me.
So RC, let's teach a little football here. In fact, I'd like you to teach it to me because the Cowboys defense is built on that speed and getting after the quarterback. And then the two signature wins they have this year, the quarterbacks were Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow. And generally what they have in common is we know where they're going to be standing when they throw the ball. How does Jalen Hurts' extraordinary athleticism and his ability to break the pocket and make things happen with his feet, how does that affect what this Cowboys defense is capable of doing?
One, it affects the way you rush, right? When you know a quarterback is mostly stationary. Now, Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow can manipulate the pocket, and Joe can actually run a little bit, but neither of those guys are Jalen Hurts. When you know a quarterback can escape the pocket and make plays with his legs, but also extend plays, it changes your rush lanes. And Acho and Ninko know this a ton better than me. You don't want to get run past the quarterback. You don't want him to be able to step up, get outside of the pocket, and be able to throw the football down the field or run for first down. Also, the thing about Jalen Hurts is playing the zone read. Playing the zone read that leads to the RPOs, it's now going to be something where Micah Parsons and D-Law have to hesitate on the outside because they don't know if they have the quarterback, or you don't know if you have to go down and take the dive. And so there's so much that Nick Sirianni can do with this offense that makes a defense hesitate, especially because of the skill set of Jalen Hurts. And let's not forget about Devontae Smith, about Dallas Goedert, Quez Watkins, and A.J. Brown. This is a very talented offense, the most talented unit that the Dallas Cowboys have played, that can attack them in a way that's much different than any of the teams throughout the first 5 weeks of the season. And so this is going to be an exciting game, not only because of the people that are playing and the players that are in these positions, but the technical and tactical matchup of both offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and trying to find a way to one-up these talented and very elite units that we've seen so far in this season.
Yeah, it is strength on strength, which you love. So, Brooke, again, you mentioned that your expertise is with the other side of the state with the Steelers. But if you were writing the story of this game as a preview, what would you say is at stake for Jalen Hurts Sunday night?
I mean, to me, it legitimizes his 5-0 start. Maybe it doesn't say that he's arrived or anything like that, but this is the toughest challenge that he's faced so far. Give him this defense. Give him a defense that has swag, that has DeMarcus Lawrence out here calling his shot ahead of time, and then say, all right, Jalen, you know what? Go make him wrong. Go prove this defense wrong. Go shut them up. To me, I think that if he comes out and if he has a big game, that puts him in the next tier of quarterbacks from where he is right now. I think it changes the way that he's thought about as a whole. And it's not just, well, he got hot and this 5-0 start is a fluke. No, he's legitimate. He is a good quarterback, and this is a very good Eagles team.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.